It is Tuesday morning, and you know what that means. Time for Pop Off Politics, our weekly segment where we examine agenda items before City Council members take a vote on it all at City Hall. KPRC2 investigative reporter Mario Diaz is here like he is every Tuesday to break down this week's agenda. Good morning, sir.
Hey, we do this always because we're looking out for Houstonians.
Yes.
This is your money at the end of the day. We got a busy week, very busy week, 34 agenda items. Ooh. Once again, we're focused on a topic that I think might be the clubhouse leader. You know, that's a little bit of a master's reference.
Yes, it is.
Because this is the month of the green chaqueta.
It is.
You know, the jacket.
Yes.
Okay, so think back, okay? We've done a ton of stories over the last years, over a ton of different departments in the city with regards to pop-off, right? But there's one that tends to pop up more frequently than others. Which
we going back to the Houston airport system?
We're back to the Houston airport system.
Are.
There we go. Okay, it seems like every single week we feature the airport in some
They're
capacity.
a mainstay. Yeah.
Yeah, they, you know, if this was the Oscars, they'd get the best acting. No, they're not a supporting. They're always out there front and center. And as you know, KPRC2 Investigates has exposed so much within the Houston airport system over the last 5.5 years and counting. But this week, we got not one, two agenda items, and here is the first one. Let's get right to it, okay? Here we go. This is an agenda item number 2, a recommendation from the director of the Houston airport system for final contract approval of $1.6 million and a little bit of change, okay?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. With Axiom Construction Company, and this is for yet another renovation out there, but this one's clutch. This is clutch. Because this has to do with the restrooms.
Restrooms?
In Terminal A.
So, does it have anything to do with, those little iPads on the wall that have the smiley faces, the frowning faces?
Well, no, it's actually, it's a great concept when you think about that with regards to that. But no, this is about the whole thing. And the airport knows that a bathroom is, if it's clean or dirty, you just want a nice bathroom, okay? That's what you want. You want a nice bathroom, and that's overall
that is true.
What this is for. There's nothing really too stinky, pardon the pun, about this one. Okay?
They need to take notes from Buc-ee's, right?
Can you imagine that? Right? Give the contract to
That's
Buc-ee's.
one thing that place does extremely well.
Give the contract to Buc-ee's bathrooms.
If you see a Buc-ee's sign on the highway, you can bet that restroom is going to be clean.
Yeah, right. This one's, again, good point. Buc-ee's from my hometown, Lake Jackson.
Get out.
No, why? Yeah, their headquarters are like right down my old house.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that's their headquarters.
All right, we got to focus.
Okay, I know.
Okay. But could you imagine a Buc-ee's in Terminal A? Yeah. Man, that'd be great.
Hey, you might have someone's ear right now.
That might be great. Buc-ee's in Terminal A. How about that new international terminal?
Heard it here first.
That new international terminal we were reporting about. Okay. All right, again, this one's straightforward. $1.6 million to make your experience inside the Terminal A restroom better.
While they're at it, are they going to do anything about the ceilings in the basement?
Have you ever been
with a bucket? Yes.
Yeah, they got the buckets.
It's miserable.
And they got all this artwork.
It's an eyesore.
And they have all this artwork. All this artwork at the bottom.
And the cows, right? Don't they have the big?
They got a big cow. They got all this artwork in the bottom terminal. I'm like, who's looking at this?
Right.
They spent all this money on the.
Everybody's looking at the buckets.
Right.
Catching all the leaks.
And then, but at the same time, when I'm at the airport, I'm not like going like, I'm like.
Then you trip over the bucket.
No, you're going as fast as you can to the terminal. You're not going like this. Go, oh, look at this.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I'll come back to that next week.
Right, and it's at the very bottom of basement. I've never understood the art installation in the basement of Terminal A. Never understood that one. Okay, the second item that we're examining this week is the very next agenda item. This is agenda item number 3. Okay, here it goes. Reads as follows. Agenda item 3, a recommendation from the director of the Houston airport system for approval for final contract amount of $19.5 million for an infrastructure project tied to the Houston spaceport.
Oh my goodness. There's so many common denominators here. We have contract, we have amount, we have approval, we have millions of dollars. What caught your eye with this one?
Well, here's what caught the eye here, okay? Because this is actually 6% less.
Oh my goodness.
6% less than the original contract amount of $20.9 million. Now think about that, because for all these years we have exposed all of these massive cost overruns tied to the Houston airport system. You had a project started here, it went all the way to here. Then they bring it back down to here, and then we're the budget skyrocketing by hundreds of millions back over here. This is a project that, again, comes in 6% less. So it's $1.4 million less than what actually was approved.
So talk to me. Does this have anything to do with new leadership, the new leadership that's there?
It's time will tell. It's a bit early.
Okay.
But here's what we are seeing, okay? And Jim Cisniak is the new airport director.
Usually you have this picture right here somewhere.
Yeah, we had it last week.
Yeah.
But here's what we are seeing is that we're starting to see these percentage differences in how much this contract was for originally. Didn't see that before. And you're starting to see a more open government. I mean, Whitmire, the mayor, John Whitmire, he's still very early, very, very early. But at the end of the day, there is a change in the approach in which you're seeing these contracts. He's been watching all of this stuff, obviously, for years. We were the ones that exposed it. Everybody has seen all of the stuff going on in the Houston airport system. They've had problems. Yeah. And there's a lot of questions that are still being asked.
Yeah. You know, this is a rarity. Usually we have you here several times a week, always on Tuesdays to do Pop-Off Politics, but really I haven't had an opportunity to catch up with you. I did have a few questions for you regarding your investigation from last week. Talk to us about what you uncovered and where things stand with that.
Yeah, this was an investigation that we ran last Thursday. We had part one of a series of reports that we're working on.
It was quite fascinating. It's a lot to connect the dots.
It's called the Houston Airport System Development Corporation, and it's involved with the Houston Airport System. How so? The company or the corporation first was created by the city of Houston years ago. Years ago, it was created by the city of Houston. The aviation director for the city of Houston is the chairman of the board. And he is the chairman of the board for this corporation in perpetuity. That's really high-level word for forever, okay? And there's two other board members. But at the end of the day, the Houston airport system is approving all of this work that's being done in Latin America and other airports. At the same time, we do have in our report, you can go to it right now, it's in the Investigate section of Click to Houston. If you want to do a Google search, just Google HASDC, KPRC.
Or you can just go to our homepage now, because we improved that search engine.
There you go.
Just go to our homepage, click the search bar, and type in what?
HASDC.
There you go. It'll
Ecuador,
pop up. Promise.
KPRC.
There you go.
And what you'll see is how the Houston airport system has been involved. You have high-level executives working. We got a report involving the former president in Barranquilla, Colombia. And he was there, according to the local paper, pushing HASDC. We have emails. We have other things, too, with regards to our reporting. And there's just been so many questions about how City of Houston airport executives for years have been working for this corporation, helping other international terminals operate smoothly. But then there's the issue about how the construction and the whole process here in Houston has languished now for about a decade in the Terminal D redevelopment of the Mickey Leland International Terminal at Bush Intercontinental Airport. Our investigation is sparking several questions. The mayor has a lot of questions about this. And we saw his reaction in part one of your investigation. And that's what's resonating here with a lot of people, and it's gotten a lot of people's attention. Oh, you know, I like to say new beaver, new dam. Yeah, new sheriff. Yeah. And what's going to happen here is we're trying to identify, because this is what we're trying to really identify, what is the benefit? What is the benefit coming back to the city of Houston by having this development corporation deeply involved with the Houston airport system? Because you have executives and you have the aviation director as the chair of the board. What's next? Part two. We're working on it. We spoke to a board member who was only on the board. He was named to the board for a couple of days, and then he was bounced in just a matter of days. And he talks to us about what the challenges were for him. He used the term it was secretive, and that they didn't want him on this board for a specific reason. You're going to hear from him. You're also going to hear from a former federal prosecutor who has questions about this, and you're going to hear more from Mayor Whitmire. We're not done with this investigation. Very interesting. Okay. For folks watching right now who might have questions, concerns, they want to get in touch with you, you can email me at mdiaz@kp. No, you got it. I missed it, didn't I? No,
you actually had it.
I did. I was thinking KPRC investigates. It's MDiaz at KPRC.com. It's something that for the last year, I don't know why it is.
I know. It is
You know, I talk
tricky.
about the Masters. That's like the
Right.
1 foot putt. By the way,
Nope.
look at Zach's shoes this morning. Is this in honor of the no-hitter for the Astros?
Oh, it could be if you want to think that. Yeah, let's do it.
Did you see that?
17th in franchise history.
Scoot over a little bit. There you can see.
I know, I'm trying to see what-
It's
no,
gotta-
I'm
no,
this
it gotta
way,
go that
this way, this
There
way,
you go.
dude.
It looks like the Astros. You know, they pitched a no-hitter last night.
Yeah,
That was pretty
17th
awesome.
in franchise history.
Fourth.
A no-hitter out of nowhere.
Yeah, fourth day of the season.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Well, it was needed after coming off of that
Bronx
series with the
Bombers.
Yankees. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know, right?
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me
Okay. 8:35, as always, thank you, sir. We appreciate it.